the bad, and the ugly. Did you know that the device on your arm could reveal more than just your blood sugar levels? It could be the key to preventing future health crises, or a source of misleading information. Whether you're managing diabetes or just curious about your health, understanding the strengths and pitfalls of glucose monitors is crucial. But are they as effective as they seem? In today's world, technology is transforming the way we monitor our health, and glucose monitors have become a game changer for millions. Whether it's a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, or a fingerstick meter, these devices promise to provide us with real-time data on our blood sugar levels. But do they live up to the hype? In this audiobook, we'll break down the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of glucose monitors. From their undeniable benefits to the potential downsides, we'll explore everything you need to know to make informed choices about your health. Focus points. The good: how glucose monitors can help you track your blood sugar levels, prevent spikes, and improve overall health. The bad: the potential inaccuracies and limitations of glucose monitors, including why certain readings might be misleading. The ugly: the hidden costs, discomfort, and lifestyle adjustments required for effective glucose monitoring. Choosing the right device. A comparison of CGMs and traditional fingerstick meters to help you find the best option for your needs. Glucose monitor myths. Debunking common misconceptions about what glucose monitors can and can't do for your health. Learning outcomes. Understand the benefits of using glucose monitors to manage blood sugar levels and enhance overall well-being. Identify the limitations and challenges of glucose monitors, including potential inaccuracies and the need for proper usage. Gain insights into the types of glucose monitors available on the market, and learn how to choose the one that best suits your health needs. Recognize the hidden costs and lifestyle factors involved in continuous glucose monitoring. Learn how to use glucose data effectively to make informed health decisions and avoid common pitfalls. This audiobook will equip you with the knowledge to make smarter decisions about your health, ensuring that you're not just tracking numbers but truly understanding your body's needs. Focus point 1. The good: how glucose monitors can help you track your blood sugar levels, prevent spikes, and improve overall health. Glucose monitors, especially continuous glucose monitors, CGMs, have revolutionized the way individuals can manage their blood sugar levels. These devices provide real-time data, allowing users to monitor fluctuations and patterns in glucose levels throughout the day. This ability to track glucose levels consistently offers several advantages for preventing dangerous spikes and dips, ultimately improving overall health. Empowering individuals with real-time data. The most significant benefit of glucose monitors is the constant access to glucose data. By offering a minute-by-minute snapshot of blood sugar trends, CGMs can help individuals understand how their bodies react to various foods, stress, sleep, and exercise. This dynamic insight into one's metabolism allows for more informed decisions regarding daily habits. For instance, an individual might notice that their glucose spikes after consuming certain carbohydrates, prompting them to adjust their diet accordingly. A study published in the Journal of Diabetes Science and Technology demonstrated that individuals using CGMs experienced a significant reduction in HbA1c levels, a measure of long-term glucose control, compared to those using traditional fingerstick meters. This is because CGMs provide users with actionable data, enabling them to intervene before glucose levels veer into dangerous territories. Preventing spikes and dips. One of the primary advantages of glucose monitors is their ability to alert users to impending glucose spikes or drops, allowing them to take preventive action. For those with diabetes, this can be life-saving. But even for non-diabetics, avoiding glucose spikes is critical to maintaining energy levels and long-term health. Research shows that frequent spikes in glucose contribute to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, and inflammation, which are precursors to conditions such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Moreover, preventing glucose dips, or hypoglycemia, is equally important. Sudden drops in blood sugar can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and even fainting. With CGMs providing constant monitoring, individuals can avoid such dangerous fluctuations by making timely adjustments to their meals, snacks, or activity levels. As Dr. David Ludwig, a Harvard nutrition professor and endocrinologist, once noted, "The more consistent we can keep our blood sugar, the better off we are metabolically." Big swings in glucose not only affect our energy and mood, but they also signal long-term stress on the body. The value of real-time glucose data cannot be overstated, as it provides individuals with a clearer picture of how daily habits affect their metabolic health. Long-term health benefits. In addition to the immediate benefits of preventing spikes and dips, glucose monitors can significantly improve long-term health outcomes. By enabling more precise management of glucose levels, these devices help individuals reduce their risk of developing chronic diseases related to poor blood sugar control, such as type 2 diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Early intervention is a key factor in preventing these conditions, and glucose monitors offer users the opportunity to detect and address metabolic dysfunctions before they develop into more serious issues. A compelling example of this can be seen in a case study from the American Journal of Medicine, which highlighted the benefits of CGM use in preventing type 2 diabetes. In the study, individuals identified as pre-diabetic used CGMs to monitor their glucose levels after meals. By making dietary changes based on their glucose responses, they were able to maintain stable blood sugar levels and prevent progression to full-blown diabetes. This demonstrates that even in individuals without diagnosed diabetes, CGMs can play a critical role in maintaining optimal metabolic health. Concise recommendations to maximize the benefits of glucose monitors. Regular monitoring. Use the data consistently to observe trends in glucose levels over time. This helps identify how specific foods and activities impact your blood sugar. Proactive adjustments. Adjust your diet and exercise habits in real time based on the feedback provided by the monitor. For example, if you notice a spike after a high-carb meal, opt for more protein and fiber-rich foods in the future. Collaborate with healthcare professionals. Share your glucose data with your doctor to make more informed decisions about your overall health strategy. This can help you avoid or manage chronic conditions more effectively. By integrating glucose monitors into daily health routines, individuals can take control of their metabolic health, preventing spikes and dips, and ultimately improving their long-term well-being. Focus point 2. The potential inaccuracies and limitations of glucose monitors, including why certain readings might be misleading. While glucose monitors, particularly continuous glucose monitors (CGMs), offer valuable real-time data, they are not without their limitations. Despite their many advantages, these devices can sometimes provide inaccurate or misleading readings, which may cause confusion and potentially lead to improper management of blood sugar levels. Understanding these limitations is crucial for maximizing the effectiveness of glucose monitors and avoiding reliance on flawed data. Sensor accuracy and calibration issues. One of the primary challenges with glucose monitors, especially CGMs, is the issue of accuracy. CGMs measure glucose levels in interstitial fluid, the fluid surrounding cells, which can lag behind actual blood glucose levels by up to 15 minutes, particularly during times of rapid blood sugar changes, such as after eating or exercising. This delay can result in readings that are slightly outdated, leading users to make decisions based on inaccurate information. In some cases, sensors may require manual calibration, especially in earlier or more affordable CGM models. Inaccurate calibration can further skew readings, causing discrepancies between the actual glucose level and the displayed value. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Diabetes Science and Technology found that CGMs can have a mean absolute relative difference, MARD, of up to 15%. Meaning there is a potential for a noticeable gap between actual glucose levels and the data provided by the device. Moreover, environmental factors such as extreme temperatures, humidity, or even high altitudes can interfere with sensor accuracy. This variability in readings can cause users to either overestimate or underestimate their blood sugar levels. As a result, some users may unnecessarily adjust their insulin doses, eat when they don't need to, or avoid eating when it's necessary, complicating effective blood sugar management. Compression lows and sensor placement. Another limitation of CGMs is a phenomenon known as compression lows. This occurs when pressure is applied to the sensor during sleep or while lying down, causing the device to falsely register a drop in glucose levels. The user might wake up to an alarm indicating hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, when in reality, their levels are stable. These false alarms can disrupt sleep and create unnecessary anxiety, which can harm overall health and well-being. Proper sensor placement is also critical to accuracy. Some CGMs are more accurate when placed on specific parts of the body, like the abdomen or upper arm, but inaccurate placement or dislodging of the sensor can result in poor readings. A poorly positioned sensor may not correctly measure interstitial glucose levels, causing misleading spikes or dips in the displayed data. Dr. Jeremy Pettis, a diabetes researcher and endocrinologist, remarks, "It's important to understand that glucose monitors are tools, not absolute truth-tellers. They give us valuable trends, but they're not perfect." This perspective is essential, as relying solely on device readings without contextual understanding of one's body can lead to flawed decisions in blood sugar management. False positives from external factors. Another challenge arises from how CGMs can sometimes be influenced by factors other than blood glucose. For instance, certain medications like acetaminophen, commonly found in pain relievers, can interfere with CGM readings, causing falsely high glucose levels. Users may adjust their diet or insulin in response to these false positives, which could lead to unnecessary interventions or even dangerous hypoglycemia. Exercise can also impact readings in unexpected ways. Intense physical activity can temporarily raise or lower blood glucose levels, leading to misleading data on the monitor. A user might notice a spike post-workout due to glucose being released from muscles, though this is a normal response and not necessarily an indicator of a problem. Without understanding this context, users might worry or take unnecessary corrective actions. An article from the Diabetes Care Journal discussed the limitations of glucose monitors in athletes, particularly in endurance sports like marathon running. Athletes might experience glucose spikes or dips that do not reflect their true metabolic state, and relying on these readings alone can result in unnecessary dietary or insulin adjustments, negatively affecting performance and health. User dependency on data. Another overlooked issue is the potential for over-reliance on glucose monitor data. When users place too much trust in the device, they may lose sight of their own bodily signals. This can diminish an individual's ability to self-monitor symptoms of high or low blood sugar, a skill that is particularly important for people with diabetes. Over-reliance can foster a false sense of security or lead to unnecessary anxiety over small fluctuations that may not warrant immediate action. The renowned endocrinologist Dr. Francine Kaufman emphasizes, technology should complement, not replace, an individual's intuition about their health. While glucose monitors offer great insights, they are still imperfect, and users must remember that they have other tools like understanding how they feel physically to help gauge their blood sugar levels. Concise recommendations to mitigate the limitations of glucose monitors and use them more effectively. Consider trends, not single readings. Focus on patterns over time rather than reacting to single glucose spikes or dips. This helps avoid overcorrecting for misleading data. Cross-check with other methods. Use fingerstick blood tests occasionally to verify CGM accuracy, especially if a reading seems unusually high or low. Understand external influences. Be aware of how factors such as medications, exercise, or sensor placement might influence your readings, and adjust your expectations accordingly. Maintain personal awareness. Don't rely entirely on the monitor. Pay attention to how your body feels, and use that information alongside the glucose monitor data. By recognizing the potential inaccuracies of glucose monitors and using them with caution, individuals can better navigate the data provided and make more informed decisions about their health. Focus point 3. The ugly. The hidden costs, discomfort, and lifestyle adjustments required for effective glucose monitoring. Glucose monitors, while invaluable for tracking blood sugar levels, come with significant hidden costs and discomfort that can make them burdensome for users. These challenges are not always apparent when first adopting the technology, but often become evident over time. To effectively manage glucose monitoring, individuals must adapt their lifestyle and deal with both financial and physical inconveniences. These hidden factors can deter individuals from maintaining consistent usage, leading to gaps in health management. Financial costs. The most glaring drawback of continuous glucose monitors, CGMs, is the expense. Unlike traditional fingerstick tests, which have a lower upfront cost, CGMs require a sensor that typically needs to be replaced every 10 to 14 days. The sensors alone can cost hundreds of dollars each month, with more advanced models reaching higher price points. Even for those with insurance coverage, the co-pays, deductibles, and out-of-pocket expenses can add up quickly. For people without insurance, the costs can be prohibitive. A 2021 study published in Diabetes Technology and Therapeutics examined the financial burden of CGMs and found that the annual cost for a typical user can exceed $3,000. For individuals managing chronic conditions like diabetes, this long-term financial commitment can place a heavy burden on their personal and family budgets. The price disparity between those who can afford optimal health tools and those who cannot widens the gap in diabetes management outcomes, creating inequalities in care. Additionally, because these devices are only partially covered by insurance in many countries, patients often need to weigh their health needs against their financial capabilities. As Dr. Peters, a leading endocrinologist, said, "Health should not be a luxury, yet for many, the cost of monitoring their glucose in real time can make it feel like one." Physical discomfort and inconvenience. Another challenging aspect of glucose monitoring, particularly with CGMs, is the physical discomfort and lifestyle adjustments required. CGMs are typically worn on the skin, often in areas like the abdomen or upper arm. Inserting the sensor can cause mild pain or irritation, and for some users, the discomfort continues throughout the duration of wear. Skin irritation, rashes, and even allergic reactions to the adhesive used to keep the sensor in place are not uncommon. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, nearly 30% of CGM users reported skin-related issues from prolonged use, leading some to discontinue usage altogether. Beyond discomfort, users must adapt their lifestyle to accommodate the monitor. For example, physical activities like swimming, contact sports, or even certain types of exercises can dislodge the sensor or cause inaccurate readings. These limitations can be frustrating, especially for active individuals who rely on consistent glucose data to manage their health during exercise. Additionally, CGMs require regular sensor replacement, which can feel like a chore for users. Each new sensor insertion must be performed with precision, and if done incorrectly, it can result in poor data quality or the need for early replacement, further driving up costs and inconveniences. Psychological toll of continuous monitoring. One less discussed but equally important factor is the psychological toll that comes with constant glucose monitoring. For many users, especially those with conditions like diabetes, the continuous stream of data can lead to heightened anxiety or even data fatigue. Seeing blood sugar levels rise and fall throughout the day can create stress, particularly when spikes are unexpected or difficult to control. This sense of always being on alert can lead to feelings of frustration or burnout. A study from Diabetes Care in 2019 found that individuals using CGMs reported higher rates of anxiety compared to those using traditional blood glucose monitoring methods. The constant influx of data can make users feel as if they must act immediately, leading to emotional exhaustion and an unhealthy fixation on numbers rather than overall well-being. To make matters worse, social stigma can also play a role in the discomfort. CGM devices, especially when worn on visible parts of the body, can attract attention and questions from others. This can make some users self-conscious, particularly in professional or social settings, leading them to feel isolated or uncomfortable in public spaces. Dr. Partha Kar, a consultant in diabetes, emphasizes that the visibility of health management devices can sometimes make people feel like they are defined by their condition, which adds a layer of psychological burden. The hidden time investment. Another hidden cost of glucose monitoring is a significant time investment required for proper use. While CGMs provide real-time data, they also demand regular attention and analysis. Users must take time to understand the patterns and trends in their glucose levels, often requiring adjustments in diet, physical activity, or medication. These adjustments are not immediate and may take time to perfect, leading to frustration for users who expect quicker results. Moreover, CGMs need to be maintained. Regular software updates, troubleshooting, and calibration checks can be time-consuming. People who are not technologically savvy may struggle with the learning curve involved in operating these devices, adding to the already significant burden of managing a chronic condition like diabetes. A person using CGM for the first time shared, "At first, it seemed like a lifesaver, but soon, I realized that managing the monitor became a part-time job in itself. I was constantly checking my phone for updates, recalibrating the device, or worrying about its placement." Concise recommendations to address these hidden challenges. Budget carefully. Before committing to a CGM, consider the long-term financial commitment and consult with healthcare providers and insurers to explore coverage options. Seek financial aid programs for those without adequate insurance. Prioritize skin care. For individuals who experience discomfort, Using skin barrier sprays or adhesive patches designed for sensitive skin can help reduce irritation. Set boundaries with data. To avoid data fatigue, focus on reviewing glucose trends at set times during the day, rather than obsessively checking for every small fluctuation. This will help maintain a balance between monitoring and living. Integrate technology into your lifestyle. Choose activities and routines that accommodate the device, and understand that temporary inconvenience can lead to better long-term health outcomes. While glucose monitors are powerful tools for improving health, they come with real costs, both financial and personal. Recognizing these challenges can help individuals make more informed choices, balance their use of technology, and avoid burnout from continuous monitoring. Focus point 4. Choosing the right device. A comparison of CGMs and traditional fingerstick meters to help you find the best option for your needs. When selecting between continuous glucose monitors, CGMs, and traditional fingerstick meters, it's important to weigh the pros and cons of each technology based on personal health goals, lifestyle, and medical requirements. Both devices offer distinct advantages and limitations, making them suitable for different types of users. Understanding these differences can empower individuals to choose the best option to monitor their glucose levels effectively. Continuous glucose monitors, CGMs. CGMs provide real-time, continuous tracking of blood sugar levels, offering a more comprehensive view of glucose trends throughout the day and night. Unlike fingerstick meters, which provide a snapshot of glucose at one point in time, CGMs automatically track fluctuations, alerting users to impending spikes or drops. One major advantage of CGMs is their ability to detect subtle changes in glucose that fingerstick meters may miss. For instance, CGMs can highlight the glycemic variability caused by meals, exercise, or stress, allowing users to make more informed decisions about their diet, activity, or medication. A 2020 study published in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology showed that CGM users achieve better glycemic control and fewer hypoglycemic episodes compared to those using traditional meters. This real-time tracking is especially valuable for people with type 1 diabetes or those with hypoglycemia unawareness, where glucose levels can drop suddenly without noticeable symptoms. The alerts from CGMs provide an early warning system, potentially preventing serious health emergencies. According to Dr. Ida Sengiz, a leading researcher in diabetes management, the benefit of CGMs lies not just in real-time data but in the predictive power it gives patients, helping them avoid dangerous lows or highs before they occur. However, CGMs do have some drawbacks. They require a sensor inserted under the skin, which can be uncomfortable for some users, as discussed in earlier focus points. The data provided by CGMs also needs to be interpreted carefully. While continuous monitoring provides a wealth of information, it can lead to data overload for some users, making it difficult to focus on actionable insights. Traditional fingerstick meters. Fingerstick meters have long been the gold standard for blood glucose testing. They are portable, widely available, and provide accurate readings within a few seconds. The process is straightforward. Users prick their finger to obtain a drop of blood, which is applied to a test strip and read by the meter. These devices are reliable and relatively inexpensive compared to CGMs, making them accessible to a wider population. For many users, the simplicity and affordability of fingerstick meters make them ideal for occasional monitoring, especially for people with type 2 diabetes who may not need constant glucose tracking. Studies, such as those by the American Diabetes Association, have shown that fingerstick meters remain highly effective when used consistently, particularly for individuals who check their glucose levels only a few times a day. Fingerstick meters also have fewer technological demands compared to CGMs. They don't require wearable sensors or complex apps, making them easier to use, especially for older individuals or those less comfortable with modern tech. For users who don't need the continuous data that CGMs offer, fingerstick meters provide a simpler and more cost-effective solution. However, the fingerstick method has its own limitations. It only provides a single data point each time a test is conducted, so glucose fluctuations between tests go unnoticed. This limitation can make it difficult to catch overnight hypoglycemia or spikes in blood sugar levels after meals. Additionally, some people find the process of pricking their finger multiple times a day cumbersome and painful, leading to inconsistent monitoring. Making the choice: CGMs versus fingerstick meters. Choosing between CGMs and fingerstick meters largely depends on the user's specific health needs and lifestyle preferences. For those managing conditions like type 1 diabetes, where tight glycemic control is crucial, the real-time data and alerts provided by CGMs are invaluable. They help avoid hypoglycemic episodes and provide insights into glucose patterns that would otherwise remain hidden. On the other hand, individuals with type 2 diabetes who check their levels less frequently may find traditional fingerstick meters sufficient for their needs. A case study involving athletes with diabetes shows how choosing the right device can transform health management. Elite cyclists using CGMs were able to monitor how different exercises affected their glucose levels in real time, allowing them to adjust their nutrition strategy during long rides. This level of precision would be nearly impossible with a fingerstick meter. However, another group of older patients, primarily those with type 2 diabetes, prefer the ease and simplicity of fingerstick meters, as they only needed to check their levels before meals and medications, making CGMs unnecessary for their less intensive tracking needs. One thing to consider is that while CGMs offer more comprehensive data, they are not always more accurate than fingerstick meters. CGMs often show a lag between blood glucose and interstitial fluid glucose levels, which can lead to discrepancies during rapid changes in glucose. For instance, after a meal, a CGM might show lower glucose than a fingerstick meter due to the delay in interstitial glucose catching up with blood glucose levels. A 2019 study in the Journal of Diabetes Science and Technology found that while CGMs offer great trends, they should still be confirmed with a fingerstick test during critical moments, such as suspected hypoglycemia or before adjusting insulin doses. Unique considerations. For those weighing their options, it's important to consider the unique circumstances of their condition and lifestyle. People who are active, such as athletes or those with unpredictable schedules, may benefit more from CGM since they offer a continuous overview, enabling better management of glucose changes related to exercise or stress. Conversely, individuals on fixed medication schedules or those without significant glucose variability may find that the simplicity and lower cost of fingerstick meters meet their needs without the complexity or expense of a CGM. As with all health tools, the right choice depends on personal preferences and medical recommendations. Concise recommendations. For real-time control, if your condition requires constant monitoring and you are comfortable with technology, a CGM can provide the detailed data and real-time alerts necessary for better glucose management. For simplicity and affordability, if cost and ease of use are priorities and your condition doesn't require continuous monitoring, stick with a traditional fingerstick meter. It offers accurate readings without the complexity of sensors and apps. For high-activity individuals, CGMs are ideal for those with dynamic lifestyles, offering flexibility in tracking glucose during exercise, meals, and stress events. For occasional monitoring, if you only need to check glucose a few times a day, especially if you're managing type 2 diabetes, fingerstick meters are more than sufficient for effective management without the additional expense of CGMs. Focus point 5. Glucose monitor myths. Debunking common misconceptions about what glucose monitors can and can't do for your health. Despite the growing popularity of glucose monitors, both continuous glucose monitors, CGMs, and traditional fingerstick meters, many misconceptions persist about what these devices can and cannot achieve. While they provide valuable insights into blood sugar levels, there are limits to their capabilities, and misunderstanding these can lead to misuse, misinterpretation, and disappointment in the tools themselves. Myth 1. Glucose monitors provide perfect accuracy. One of the most pervasive myths is that glucose monitors, especially CGMs, provide perfectly accurate, real-time blood glucose readings. While the technology is impressive, no glucose monitor is infallible. CGMs measure glucose in the interstitial fluid, the fluid between cells, rather than directly in the bloodstream, which can lead to slight delays in readings, especially during rapid changes in glucose levels, such as after eating or exercising. This can cause users to overreact to perceived spikes or drops in glucose levels. For instance, a CGM might report a glucose spike shortly after a meal, leading a user to take unnecessary corrective action like additional insulin or reduced food intake, which could result in hypoglycemia. According to a study published in Diabetes Technology and Therapeutics, CGMs can lag behind actual blood glucose by 10 to 20 minutes during significant changes, and users are often advised to confirm readings with a traditional fingerstick meter when making important decisions like insulin dosing. This myth can be particularly harmful for those new to using glucose monitors, as they might rely too heavily on CGM data without understanding its limitations. No device, regardless of how advanced, can replace the need for medical guidance and personal intuition when managing diabetes or metabolic health. Myth 2. Glucose monitors replace the need for a healthy lifestyle. Some individuals mistakenly believe that using a glucose monitor allows them to eat whatever they want or neglect other aspects of a healthy lifestyle, relying solely on the device to manage their blood sugar. However, glucose monitors are only tools. They are not a substitute for a balanced diet, regular exercise, and proper medication. While CGMs and fingerstick meters can provide real-time data on how foods and activities impact blood sugar, they do not prevent glucose spikes or manage insulin on their own. For instance, a person wearing a CGM might notice that a particular meal leads to a significant glucose spike, but that doesn't mean the monitor will solve the issue. Only proper diet adjustments, such as choosing foods with a lower glycemic index or increasing fiber intake, can improve long-term glucose control. This misconception often arises from marketing or oversimplified health advice, suggesting that simply tracking glucose can lead to better outcomes. However, without lifestyle changes, glucose data alone is insufficient. As author and researcher Dr. Mark Hyman puts it, data without action is useless. Glucose monitors are a guide, not a cure, and they require the user's commitment to using the information for meaningful lifestyle adjustments. Myth 3. Glucose monitors are only for diabetics. Another common misconception is that glucose monitors are exclusively for individuals diagnosed with diabetes. While it's true that CGMs and fingerstick meters were initially designed to help manage diabetes, they are now increasingly used by non-diabetics to gain insights into their metabolic health. Understanding how your body responds to different foods, stress, sleep, and exercise can benefit everyone, not just those with diabetes. In fact, many health-conscious individuals use CGMs to optimize their diet and improve energy levels throughout the day. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that non-diabetics could identify patterns in glucose fluctuations that contributed to afternoon fatigue, difficulty focusing, and mood swings. By modifying their meals and exercise routines based on CGM data, they were able to improve overall well-being. The myth that glucose monitors are only for people with diabetes can prevent individuals without the disease from exploring how their bodies react to daily life choices. In an age where personalized health is increasingly emphasized, glucose monitors can be valuable tools for anyone seeking to optimize metabolic health, prevent insulin resistance, and improve longevity. Myth 4. Glucose monitors can diagnose diabetes or other health conditions. While glucose monitors are useful for tracking blood sugar levels, they cannot diagnose diabetes or other metabolic disorders. A diagnosis of diabetes requires specific laboratory tests, such as fasting glucose levels, an oral glucose tolerance test, OGTT, or HbA1c measurements. These tests provide a comprehensive view of long-term glucose control, which glucose monitors cannot offer on their own. This myth is particularly dangerous because it may cause some users to delay seeking medical care. For example, someone might use a CGM and see relatively normal glucose readings, assuming they do not have diabetes or prediabetes, when in reality, they could have elevated HbA1c levels that indicate poor long-term glucose control. As the American Diabetes Association advises, glucose monitoring devices should complement, not replace, routine diagnostic tests and medical assessments. Relying on a glucose monitor as a diagnostic tool can give a false sense of security or lead to undiagnosed issues. It's critical to remember that glucose monitors offer insights into daily fluctuations, not a complete picture of metabolic health. Myth 5. The more you monitor, the healthier you'll be. Another misconception is that more frequent glucose monitoring automatically leads to better health outcomes. While continuous monitoring offers a wealth of data, over-reliance on the numbers can create unnecessary anxiety, especially for people without a clear medical need for constant tracking. For individuals without diabetes, obsessively checking glucose levels can lead to stress, poor decision-making, or even orthorexic tendencies, where people become excessively concerned with eating perfectly to control glucose levels. This can undermine the balance that health monitoring seeks to achieve. A more productive approach is to use glucose monitors strategically, gathering information during specific times, such as after meals or during physical activity, rather than constantly seeking perfection in glucose readings. The key is to remember that fluctuations are normal, and it's the overall trend, not the minutiae, that matters most for long-term health. Recommendations for debunking glucose monitor myths. Understand the limits of accuracy. Glucose monitors, especially CGMs, can lag behind blood glucose levels during rapid changes. Always confirm critical readings with fingerstick tests when necessary. Complement, don't substitute, lifestyle choices. Glucose monitors are tools, not a replacement for healthy habits. Use the data to guide better food and exercise decisions, but don't rely solely on the monitor to manage your health. Explore the benefits for everyone. Glucose monitors are not just for diabetics. Anyone interested in improving their metabolic health can use these devices to gain valuable insights into how food, stress, and activity impact their body. Get proper diagnosis from medical professionals. Don't assume glucose monitors can diagnose diabetes or other health conditions. Always consult a healthcare provider for proper testing. Avoid overmonitoring. Use glucose monitors purposefully to track trends, not obsess over every fluctuation. Overmonitoring can lead to stress and misguided actions. Debunking these myths can lead to a more accurate and informed approach to using glucose monitors effectively, allowing users to harness their benefits without falling prey to unrealistic expectations or misinterpretations. Conclusion. As we've journeyed through the intricate world of glucose monitors, we've uncovered key insights that will help you make informed decisions about your health. We explored how glucose monitors, when used effectively, can empower you to track blood sugar levels, prevent spikes, and optimize your well-being. However, we also highlighted their limitations, such as potential inaccuracies and hidden costs, that should be considered carefully before fully relying on these devices. To summarize the key points, the good. Glucose monitors offer powerful tools to monitor and improve your metabolic health, providing real-time data that can help prevent long-term complications. The bad. These devices are not always perfectly accurate, and certain readings can be misleading, particularly when glucose is rapidly changing. The ugly. The hidden costs, discomfort, and lifestyle adjustments that come with consistent glucose monitoring are factors that can be challenging to manage. Choosing the right device. It's essential to select the type of glucose monitor that fits your needs, whether it's a CGM for continuous tracking or a traditional fingerstick meter for occasional use. Debunking myths. We dispelled common misconceptions, reinforcing that glucose monitors are tools for guidance, not definitive solutions, and should be used alongside a healthy lifestyle. Practical recommendations. Use data wisely. Don't rely solely on glucose monitors. Use them as guides to help you improve your diet, exercise, and daily habits. Select the right tool. Consider your lifestyle and needs when choosing between a CGM and a fingerstick meter. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses. Maintain balance. Avoid overmonitoring. Focus on overall trends rather than reacting to every fluctuation. Seek professional advice. Always consult healthcare professionals for diagnoses and before making significant health decisions based on glucose data. Reflecting on the learning experience. The topics covered in this audiobook underscore the growing importance of personalized health tracking and how we can use technology to our advantage. But it also reminds us that no device can replace mindful decision-making and a balanced lifestyle. The knowledge you've gained today will not only help you better understand glucose monitoring but also inspire you to take proactive steps towards a healthier future. Gratitude and encouragement. We want to thank you for taking the time to listen and engage with this content. Your interest in understanding glucose monitoring shows a commitment to bettering your health, and for that we applaud you. If you found this audiobook helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to leave a comment with any questions or thoughts you have. We love hearing from our audience. And remember, if you're also here to improve your English, the more you listen, the better you speak. By continuing to engage with content like this, you're enhancing your language skills in a meaningful and enjoyable way. Thank you once again for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in our next episode.